Hello, Spirit Brother. So I'm making this video after I have made a language of light activation for you specifically because of your blog, whatever you want to call it, about energetic changes happening to you right now, which I want to say is something to which I can very much relate. I've been going through the same thing for a very long time. I don't know if you've watched any of the videos on my channel before, but I do a lot of things. Mostly, at least what's put on the channel right now, are language of light activations, which is sort of like speaking in tongues or glossolalia, channeling messages or activations from higher beings, etc., etc. As soon as I saw your post, I had the idea to make a video specifically for you, and I just, there's so many things going on right now, I don't know exactly where to begin. Synchronicity for me doesn't happen in like forms of, ooh, I just had a profound thought and my clock says 11:11 right now, wow. It's more like things just start happening. So it's not even synchronicity anymore, it's that which is synchronous with my life. I don't know. So I had this thought, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this activation for this guy, because I've watched your videos before, and I think you're cool. And that started like an entire sequence of events, just started unfolding after that. I had the idea, I hadn't even finished watching all of your videos on the subject, and then I had some weird things happen. I had this strange emotional release come out where I just started crying. Then I sat down in my meditation chair to start practicing, and all the crying turned into laughter as I was also thinking about making this video for you. Really weird stuff. And then, I know, I'm insane. And then finished my practice, and it was great. And I started picking up on some energetic changes myself. I get these weird things where I feel like almost like there's a sheet of glass through a certain part of my body, it's just like this plane or pain or whatever you want to call it, and it feels really strange and weird tingling sensations and flashes of light and all that nonsense. One of the things that you said specifically was being motivated to exercise. I've been going through the same thing recently. I've been hopping on the treadmill without really knowing why, and just feeling like, okay, even though I don't consider exercise to be the most important exercise these days, and with what's going on or whatever, it is absolutely essential to maintaining our vehicles. And as soon as you said that, my ears started ringing like really loudly. I was like, wow, okay, I'm going through that too. All that stuff is beside the point. I'll just get to it. I started backwards because I find that sometimes it's best to go into these things head first into the deep end, and I know that if I knew that if I waited long enough and I planned it out, then it wouldn't come out as planned, as nothing ever does. So I made the activation for you first. Now I'm making this. Now I'm going to finish the rest of your videos. Okay? It sounds wacky, but it's not. So I made this activation for you. I'll be speaking in what they call them the languages of light. You may have heard them before. There's a very powerful, beautiful, wonderful, exemplary healer and activation therapist lady called Judy Satori, who does the same thing, and she speaks much more quickly than I do, even must have a smaller tongue than I do or something, I don't know. But these messages come through, these beings come through, and she knows exactly what they're saying. I don't exactly always know what they're saying, but I always have an idea. And it's glossolalic. Let's see. When I was doing this activation for you specifically, it was with the intention to bolster or strengthen your body's energetic ability to handle the new energies that are coming down into you and that you're starting to see manifest as, fuzzy things, light, static. Oh, the really interesting thing that you said was seeing things as not, I don't think you said hyper significant, but hyper real perhaps, and very shiny. all the time this is happening to me. It's the weirdest thing, and usually it's in moments of like just a little bit of a silent contemplation. All of a sudden you look around and you'll start to notice that everything just has this sheen to it, like it's covered in Vaseline or something. It's bizarre, but I know what you're talking about. A lot of people do these types of activations. Well, no, actually a lot of them don't do these types of activations, but Judy Satori is the most popular one that I can think of right now. She's where I learned it, not like specifically from her, but where I learned of it and the style of it. And then during my own practice, which is Kunlun, Kunlun, it opens you up to all kinds of spiritual, latent spiritual abilities, and I figured out that I was able to do that. So I've been doing that off and on. And the biggest point that I would like to say to you, because I'm not just throwing this at you, I am sharing, and you are sharing with me as we speak, is that I really, really, really appreciate your self-honesty and your integrity to what you believe in, and you just seem to be able to say it without any self-doubt. You know, that's probably not true. Everybody has doubts, but the way you come across is just so honest and real, and I dig that about you. Because I have a big problem, at least when I'm watching my own videos, I'm thinking, like, I don't sound like I believe what I'm saying. And I think that's what detracts some people sometimes. I don't go for it whole hog. I don't go for anything whole hog because I don't believe that anything is true. But it causes problems sometimes. So anyway, I just want you to know that. And let's see, I had a final point. Shall I remember it? No, I shan't. Okay, well that's basically it. I was going to say also, while I was doing the activation, the things that I was getting was basically the beginning was about connecting us, and then, excuse me, connecting us on a more spiritual, energetic level. The next part of it was more like body stuff, so that would have been more of the intention of the activation. And then the end of it was even deeper, deeper, deeper body stuff, like really integrating these energies in sort of like a chanty, drony kind of way. You'll hear it at the end of the video. And since then, I also wanted to say, and this will probably be the last part of this introduction, what happened, I was just, like in my kitchen before I made the video actually, and I was thinking like, should I make this video? And like, my whole head got like raised up and I was like, whoa, okay, I guess I have to make this video. And then since then I've had this like weird sense of like other worldly stuff. I don't know if it's because I connected to you and you have a lot of this alien type imagery in your imagination. I don't usually, and so that's been strange. It's kind of freaking me out, but it's interesting and enjoyable nonetheless. I'm sure you'll be getting something from me and going, what the heck is this? But that's present now, and I thank you for allowing me to connect to your spirit, and I hope that you connect to mine as well and enjoy it. So peace be with you. Goodbye.